January the 27th, 2024. Because there's some new information coming in from Texas throughout the day. Let's talk about a couple of the things. One is, and I think the major thing is that the Border Patrol has said they're not going to come in there and interfere with the Texas National Guard. They're not going to cut any razor wire out or do anything like that. And they're saying that their rank and file are close between the Border Patrol and the National Guard. And they're not going to go in there and do something that the National Guard has been ordered to do, and that is to place the wire in there. But it says, in defiance of the Biden administration, senior figures within the Customs and Border Protection have stated that there are no plans to have Border Patrol agents remove razor wire barriers erected along sections of the border by the Texas National Guard. Now, guys, there's a lot of pieces to this, and how they all going to fit together, we're going to have to wait and see. Some are saying, could this be a trap? They're trying to draw out the MAGA patriots or whatever and to expose them. We've seen that happen before. This may be a little larger than what they're expecting before it's over, said and done, but I put nothing past anything happening now with the way this world is going. And I did see the interview about this on Fox, on one of their YouTube videos, and it did have the head of the Border Patrol Union. They had him on there, and this is basically what he said also. How that will play out again with the Biden administration, we don't know. Will he ask the military to come in, since the Border Patrol is not going to go in there in defiance of the National Guard, again, because they said they have taken orders from their governor. But the military is also very closely tied to the National Guard, and more than likely the Border Patrol. There's probably a lot of people that have been in all three agencies, or at least a couple of them, in and out. And so there's a comradeship there, and we just don't know how that will play out. But there's definitely a shift going on. Will the present administration, just a question, what will they do now? Will something happen to create a great distraction? We don't know. I don't know what they will do. But I tell you what, some of the other information that's coming in makes me think that all the governors in the other states are very serious. I saw a video from Eagle Pass, Texas, on the U.S. side of the border. It's a guy. It's on YouTube. If I can find that video, I saw it early, I will link to it. But he was in the Holiday Inn Express parking lot in Eagle Pass, again on the U.S. side, and it was closed to civilians. The parking lots were full of police vehicles. Half were Texas Highway Patrol, the other half were Florida Highway Patrol, again, Eagle Pass, Texas. So, and again, you couldn't get a room there. There probably was none left, and I think that was the case in many other places. The guy doing the reporting said there were many hotels in the Eagle Pass area. Now, I'm going to read this, but it's a little concerning because of the crosstalk, kind of talking out both sides of your mouth deal, but maybe there's a change with the Border Patrol. We'll have to see. But again, Fox News reports that high-ranking CBP official told the network their relationship with the Guard is strong. While this issue plays out in the courts, the relationship between the Border Patrol, Texas Department of Public Safety, and Texas military remains strong. He said, our focus is and will always be the mission of protecting this country and its people. But what's been going on for 3 years? You see what I'm saying, guys? What are all the angles here? On the ground, we continue to work alongside these valuable partners in their endeavor. The official continued, adding, bottom line, Border Patrol has no plans to remove infrastructure or the wire placed by Texas along the border. Our posture remains the same. If we need to access an area for an emergency response, we will do so. And I think that there's an agreement there, and it seems like someone from the National Guard or someone there had mentioned that they do have that emergency agreement. The Border Patrol Union has also issued a statement outlining that agents will not interfere with Texas National Guard members carrying out lawful operations and orders. Texas National Guard and rank-and-file BP agents work together and respect each other's jobs. Period. If Texas National Guard members have lawful orders, then they have to carry out those orders. Rank-and-file BP agents appreciate and respect what Texas has been doing to defend their state in the midst of this catastrophe. And they're saying that the Biden administration has unleashed on America. Again, where's this coming from? Is there a break in the connection between D.C., the Border Patrol? Has something happened? The statement continues adding, we want to be perfectly clear, there's no fight between rank-and-file BP agents and the Texas National Guard, or Governor Abbott, or the Texas Department of Safety. It may make flashy headlines, he said, but it simply isn't true. Rank-and-file Border Patrol agents are not going to start arresting Texas National Guard members for following their lawful orders. That's fake news. Now, we saw this last night in the videos where Abbott had called into Tucker Carlson from India, probably doing some kind of trade or, exchange, manufacturing something, who knows. But they're saying that 25 states have expressed support for Texas. I think it's 28 now, but with 10 of them, according to Abbott, deploying their own National Guard to Texas to help. Imagine that, 10 other states. And that, again, that brings a bigger picture into focus. But there's a big question mark on top of it. Will the Biden administration, which is really tied into a lot of international problems, will they relinquish their control? Have they let enough people in? Or will it be the fact that we're coming into an election cycle? Don't know. But a lot of the damage is done, but some people are saying that depending on who gets president, how this will turn out. One of the states is Oklahoma, with Governor Kevin Stitt saying Friday that we have the right to defend our country against invasion. Now, I'm going to link to this Zero Hedge article, but in it here, there's a video where Oklahoma, your governor, comes on there, and he's saying again that he will absolutely send states' National Guard to Texas border. We have that right, he said. Now, from the D.C. area, thanks to our friends at the mighty CNN, it says the White House has refused to rule out Democrats' suggestions to federalize the National Guard, or the Texas National Guard. Again, there's another piece of this picture that needs to come into focus a little better. And what I've been hearing and watching different videos and from different sources is that it doesn't look like the military is going to go along with the administration. I'm just saying there may be some of in the upper ranks, and how will this turn out? Will it be some type of civil war? Will it be a Texit instead of a Brexit, where Texas succeeds? And if that happens, what will the other 28 states do? Someone's going to have to give on one side or the other. It doesn't look like Texas is in the mood right now to be messed with. And you've got a lot of states backing them up, both with rhetoric and National Guard, and in the case of Florida, with a lot of Florida State Highway Patrol officers. They are in the Eagle Pass area, guys. Is it a fuse that's already been lit waiting to explode? Or will it be a passive backing down, again, because of the political situation, the election coming up, and the fact that maybe someone will wake up upstairs in the government and say, wait a minute, we're not going to be able to deal with this situation any longer like it is. Either there's going to have to be a major distraction, or they can't control it any longer. And you know that the saying is, when a situation is like this, and a bad emperor will burn down the country before he relinquishes control. We're watching this, guys. Just want to kind of give you an update on it. I don't know how it will turn out. I'd love to hear your comments in there. Be careful what you're saying, just because it's such a political situation, something I've tried to stay way away from for a long time, but now we're talking about possible conflicts inside the nation, so it needs to be discussed. We're watching it. You watch it. It's a heads up, guys. Be safe.